When you look at a tree, you usually only see what's above the ground. The trunk, the branches, the leaves. Those are the shoots of the tree, the part we can actually see. The part you don't see, that's the roots. They're hidden underground, but they're the whole reason the tree exists. And that idea, roots and shoots, is actually a really useful way to understand anti-Semitism. So first, what is anti-Semitism? It's prejudice, discrimination, or hostility aimed at Jewish people. And it shows up in a lot of different ways. Maybe it's a stereotype dressed up as a joke. A social media post claiming Jewish people secretly run everything. Or an attack on a synagogue. Those are the shoots. They're the stuff you can actually see, the most obvious and visible forms of anti-Semitism. And because they're so visible, they tend to get the most attention. But if you really want to understand why those things keep happening, you have to go deeper. You have to look at the roots. The roots of anti-Semitism go back more than 2,000 years. The hatred has changed its look over time, but the core ideas, they've stuck around. And in moments of uncertainty, like political upheaval or economic stress, those roots can spread and grow, bringing long-standing stereotypes and conspiracies back in new forms. So what are the roots of anti-Semitism? A few big ones. There's the false belief that Jewish people secretly control governments, banks, or the media. That they're uniquely greedy or only out for themselves. That they can't really be loyal citizens because their loyalty lies somewhere else. And then there's Holocaust denial or distortion, when people twist or flat out reject the historical facts of one of the most well-documented genocides in history. These are the roots. They don't always show up as obvious hate. Sometimes it's an offhand comment. A teacher who won't let a Jewish student reschedule an exam on Passover. Or a stereotypical depiction of a Jewish person with exaggerated features symbolizing greed, cunning, or evil. But here's the thing. When these ideas go unchallenged, they just don't stay underground. They grow. On the surface, a hateful joke and an act of violence might seem like very different things, and in many ways they are. But they grow from the same ideas. The same false beliefs about Jewish people feed both. That's why it's so important we pay attention to the roots, not just the shoots. Because if we only focus on the shoots without addressing the roots, this cycle will never end. Knowing where hate comes from is the first step to stopping it. When you push back on a harmful assumption, correct something that's just plain wrong, or show up for someone who's been targeted, you're actually working at the root level. That's how change happens. Let's challenge hate at the root and grow something better in its place.